Hey guys, it's Anna Sky, and I am so excited to share with you this fun, inexpensive, and vintage parcel inspired wedding embellishment. It involves a craft bag, this fabulous wax seal, and we get to play with fire. Stay tuned. To get started with this project, you're going to need a square invitation. This is our printable amber collection. It was designed by the Budget Savvy Bride. You can download these in the link in the description of the video, but it's a 5-inch square invitation with a corresponding RSVP card. You're going to need a 5x7 craft treat bag. These can be found sometimes in the scrapbook section of your store or in like baking section where they would put like a cookie. They're very inexpensive, just a few pennies a piece. Some baker's twine, some seal wax. I got this at Michael's in the wedding aisle in red. It comes in a bunch of different colors. A seal with the design of your choice. I have the fleur-de-lis. You could use any kind of wax seal stamp. An X-acto knife, a ruler, and a pair of scissors. So let's get started. Move this out of the way. So the first step is you want to kind of trim this top section of the bag so you have a nice clean edge. And I'm just taking my ruler and an X-acto knife and just approximating it. You could use a paper cutter and cut like 5 or 6 bags at once, but since my table space is limited, I'm just using a ruler and an X-acto knife. And then I'm going to take my invitation, RSVP, and envelope, response envelope, and just slip those into the bag like so. If I get the invitation in first, and tuck that behind it. And I just want to push it all the way to the bottom. And then you'll see this side is smooth and this side has the seams. So with the seams facing back, I'm going to fold this over like so. And then I'm going to cut a length of my baker's twine. And I'm going to wrap this around, holding the tail like that. I'm going to go around and around once more. And I cut way too much. Probably only need about 24 inches. And what I like to do is I like to tie the knot first. And I tie the knot where I want my wax seal to be, which is about where that edge of the flap is. And I'm just going to do a double knot, just like you were tying up a present. And then we'll leave these tails a little long because I like how that looks. And then I'm just going to spread it into an X, like so. And now it's time for the fun part, playing with fire. So like the tails separated. And then I'm going to take my wax, and I'm going to light it just like any candle. I think this is the first time I'm using fire in a video, so bear with me. And what you want is you want it to just drop. I kind of like just twist the candle around, get it good and melty. And I'm just going to build up wax droplets onto the knot. And you want a pretty good size blob. Keep going. I think a good judge is about the size of a nickel blob on there. And you want to make sure you get on both sides of the seam of the paper. All right, about like that. And then I'm going to take my stamp and I'm just going to squish it in there until the wax comes out the sides. Hope you can see that. And you just want to hold it. It takes a little bit to set up. And the longer you hold it, the easier it is to get the seal off. If you're pulling the seal off and it's taking bits of wax with it, it means you haven't let it dry long enough. And this is the same way they did it back in the old days. Like so. So there you have a very timeless wax seal and our little burlap flaps. And there you have it, a very vintage, inexpensive, yet unexpected way to wrap up your wedding invitations. You would still need to put this into an envelope for going through the post, but it's a nice surprise when they pull this out of the envelope and they have this great little package. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and for more great DIY and printable invitations, visit downloadandprint.com.